I'm down here at the Victory Garden, and while I didn't get to plant the potatoes yesterday, we're going to get them in the ground today. The plant gods didn't favor me yesterday, but today they are. It's an overcast day. It's in the 50s, so I think it's a good time to put the potatoes out. We've had comfortable temperatures overnight, and it looks like in the long-term forecast, there's nothing even approaching really cold temperatures. So I think we're done with that, fingers crossed. And we're gonna get them into the ground. So I've got these 3 beds that we're gonna be planting in, and I've got 39 potatoes. I was actually able to salvage more than enough potatoes. So I've got space for 39 plants, so I'm actually going to plant an extra plant in each bed. There'll be 13 plants in each bed. And they're all doing pretty good. They're all looking healthy. Some are much further along than others. But even so, they're all still looking pretty good. So this is the pattern I think I'm going to lay them out in. They're going to be about a foot apart. And in this row, they'll be spaced about, I don't know, what is that, 8 inches apart? And I think that'll be fine, 8 to 10 inches thereabouts. I'll be spacing them. And I'll do that in each of the beds. So, let's get to planting. These are all russet potatoes here. Those in the red bin are red Nordlands. I think most of them are going to be russets. Just pull back the mulch. So we're just going to clear out the square where it's going in. Pull out any weeds that might be growing up underneath here. It's done a pretty good job of this is just grass clippings that I put on top last year, and they did a pretty good job of suppressing the weeds. I didn't bring my post hole digger with me this time. Hopefully I won't need it. Well, I felt that I even hit the ground, and the ground's pretty soft underneath, so that's good. Would it be easier pulling up this whole thing, digging a trench, and then just putting them in? Probably. But with this soft ground, I don't think I need to dig up the dirt so much. I'm going to plant them a little deep, just so they're a good distance below the soil line. And these plants will come up through the soil, no problem, particularly as soft as this ground is. And I don't think the roots will have any problems spreading out. Wow. So this was one of the recovered potatoes. I even cut off a piece of it, cut it in half, and it developed a heck of a root system. And this was really just a couple of weeks. Whenever I posted my potato-pocalypse video, it was like a day or so after that, I tried to recover the potatoes. So I'll just plant it down there, cover it up, and we'll move on to the next one. This soil is just so much better to work with than the soil I had last year. Oh my God, like I said, I had to use the post hole digger. Of course, my back went out on me last year too, when I was planting potatoes. It felt like 100 degrees those days as well. Right here. Now the ground underneath, like the original soil, last year I did amend it and the potatoes had grown here and stuff like that. So, I mean, it wasn't just the hard packed soil that I laid these boxes on. So I'm sure that's part of the reason why it's all so soft. Completely lost track of what I'm doing here, which plants. Don't think it matters as long as I get 4 of them in. Another one with a terrific root system. Really don't want to disturb the roots too much, considering the issue I had the last time. So we'll put this in. This will probably be sticking above the ground a little bit. They still haven't turned the water on down here, though. I called up today to find out when they're turning it on, and the woman in charge, of course, was out today. So, said, call back tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. And I completely forgot to put my bone meal in the planting holes. Well, I'll sprinkle it on top. This one, I'll start putting the bone meal in. I got interrupted by a person when I started off complaining about the way I parked. There was no one here, so I just parked alongside the gate instead of nose into the gate, which seemed to offend her. So all the potatoes are looking really healthy so far. So that's really good. No, still didn't put the bone meal in. Got bone meal Alzheimer's. I swear I'm going to put it in that plant. I'm seeing worms digging around in here. So that's good to know. A lot of worms, as a matter of fact. We're getting down to some hard pan, it seems, or rock. Yep, rock. All right. Just trying to dig up the soil a little bit so that it can easily fit in there. The grass clippings can mat, but that's not a problem. Of course, they break down over time. I didn't bring my template with me, so I don't know what a foot is. Completely lost without my templates. All the plants, though, gotta say, look really healthy. But even just a couple of weeks in these containers, they grew such an extensive root system. So I'm going to do the rest of the bed and then I'll be back. So one bed is done, 13 potatoes planted. Now we'll move on to the second bed and then the third and hopefully they'll be on their way to an excellent crop. So with this bed, I'm trying to be a little bit smarter. I collected all the mulch, put it into the baskets I brought the potatoes down in, and now I'll just be able to move the dirt from one area to the other and then just slide it back in, and then I can cover it with the grass clippings after. So maybe it'll go a little bit faster now. So I'm trying something different on this one. I dug a trench. I don't know if it was any quicker, but it might just be easier to plant them. Just mixing that into the bottom. And now we'll plant them in. Now this one says it's a Sarpo mirror. So I'll go there. Root system isn't quite as extensive. It's non-existent on these, but that's okay. I'm going to go on the theory the rest of these are Sarpo mirrors too. It's certainly easier to see the spacing on them. Now this plant is really growing here. It's got roots, but nothing like the ones that were in the solo cups. And now it should be easier just to fill everything in. And I think that was easier doing a trench. Extra work digging it out, but I think that's what I'm going to do for the other rows that I'm going to be planting. You can't really tell because I put the grass clipping mulch back on top, but they're relatively nice straight rows, which soothes my sense of order. And as you can see, well, maybe you can't see, so some of them are tall enough. As you can see back there, then others are still below the ground, but they're just below the ground. But they're all buried about 6+ inches deep. So that should be sufficient for the potatoes to grow down, their roots to stretch out into the ground and spread out and give me some wonderful potatoes. And I figure while I'm down here, I'll just give you an update, and lo and behold, the carrots are sprouting. I don't know, what was that, a month? I gotta say, the egg carton method sprouts them a lot quicker, so maybe soaking the seeds first at least, and letting them pre-germinate before planting them out is a better idea, because this took about a month for them to sprout. Let's check over the other bed, if they're coming up here yet. Yeah, we're getting a couple. I'm seeing a few. Where did I see another one? You know, I saw obviously, oh, there's one. Now, obviously not as prolific as the other bed, but also something stepped in my bed. Some animals in here, probably my dog. But there are a few at least starting to sprout down here in this bed, and it looks like we got a whole bunch over here, so not a completely lost cause. Did I plant carrots down here too? Yes, I did, and yes, they're sprouting over here too. I don't remember where the heck I planted carrots. I planted them all over the place, but I say I'm gonna have to do a little bit of thinning on these, because you got 2, 3, 4 in a bed. But at least the carrots are finally sprouted. So let's see what happens with them. The lettuce is still coming along, but it's looking a little peaked here. They get fertilized every week, so I can't see that they need nutrients, but maybe I'm missing something of what they do need. And I know that's a weed though. And we did lose one right there, but we still have 7 others. But they're coming along. And again, I'm not quite sure why they're looking a little pale there. And last, the onions. Ground's actually cracking here. I don't think it's so... my dog did walk here. I saw him do that before. I guess it is a little dry. Well, I'm just about to water it now. But with them not turning the water on down here, it's really it's a hike to go get water and bring it down to water them. They are coming along. So they're looking good for the most part. Just probably need more regular watering. I'll try to do that. So we got all the potatoes in. My bath sucks still, so I had an extra potato left over. And so 2 rows in this last bed got 5 potatoes each. Don't ask me, I don't know. We'll probably have some place in one of the garden beds with an empty spot where I forgot to plant a potato. I don't think I did, but apparently I can't count then. But we got the potatoes in, and that's all that matters. So we have 39 potatoes, maybe 40, who knows. And the vast majority of them are russet potatoes. There's a few red Nordlands and a few Sharp Mirrors. So I'm looking forward to seeing what develops. But if you want to see what we were doing in the garden last week, check out this video right here. And then subscribe and hit that notification bell. And that way you'll be able to follow along in the progress on all of our vegetables as we try to grow a supermarket down here at the Victory Garden. Okay, thanks for watching.